Good morning students. In the previous class we have introduced about the limit state method in the RCC design. So in this method we use the term characteristic strength of material. So what do you mean by this characteristic strength of material? The strength of material below which not more than 5% of the test results are expected to fall is known as characteristic strength of material. So characteristic strength of concrete. So characteristic strength of concrete, it is denoted by FCK and its units are Newton per square millimeter. So the characteristic strength of concrete is defined as the compressive strength of 150 mm cube. The strength of compressive strength of 150 mm cube after 28 days of curing, below which not more than 5% of the test specimen are expected to fall. So then characteristic strength of steel. So characteristic strength of, this is characteristic strength of concrete, and characteristic strength of steel, it is denoted by Fy and its units are Newton per square millimeter. So Fy means characteristic strength of steel. The characteristic strength of steel is defined as that value of yield stress, or 0.2% proof stress. Value of yield stress. So the term yield stress is used when we use mild steel. So 0.2% proof stress is used when we use HYSD bar. HYSD bar means high yield strength deformed bars, or also called Torr steel. So the characteristic strength of steel is defined as that value of yield stress or 0.2% proof stress below which not more than 5% of the test specimen are expected to fall. So next is characteristic load. This is characteristic load. So characteristic load, it is noted by capital F. So the term characteristic load is defined as that value of load which has 95% probability, of not being exceeded, during the life of the structure. So characteristic load means it is denoted by capital F. So that value of load which has 95% probability of not being exceeded during the life of the structure. So they are also known as service loads. So characteristic load is also called service loads. And this is the frequency distribution curve for load. This is the curve for the curve shows frequency distribution curve for load. So along x-axis load and along y-axis frequency of results. Frequency of results is taken as ordinate and along x-axis is load. So this is the value of Fm means mean load, and this is a characteristic load. This value is characteristic load. And so the area of this curve is 5% of total area. 5% of total area. So area of this hashed portion is 5% of the total area of the curve. So then next is partial safety factors. Partial safety factors. So these are the factors which, when applied to the characteristic load and characteristic strength of the material, give design values. So there are two types of the partial safety factor. First is partial safety factor for loads, and second is partial safety factor for strength of material. So partial safety factor for loads. So partial safety factor for load, it is denoted by gamma F. So gamma F means partial safety factor for loads, and the partial safety factor for load is the factor by which the characteristic load or service load is multiplied to get the design values. So this is the table shows values of partial safety factor gamma F for loads. So this is load combination. So limit state of collapse, and then limit state of serviceability, so load combination is dead load plus live load. So it means dead load plus live load, and this is dead load and live load. This is WL means wind load. So dead load, live load and wind load. So dead load plus live load. So for this limit state of collapse, so the value of gamma F is 1.5. So 1.5. So this value is 1, and this is also value 1. So then the other combination is dead load plus wind load. Then so the limit state of collapse, the value of gamma F is 1.5 and also 1.5, and this value is dead load, its value is 1, and for wind load its value is 1. So then other combination is dead load plus live load plus wind load. So then limit state of collapse gamma F 1.2, this is 1.2, and this is also 1.2, and this limit state of serviceability, so the value is 1.0, this value is 0.8, and 0.8. So these are the values of partial safety factor for various load combination for limit state of collapse and limit state of serviceability. So the then is partial safety factor for partial safety factor for strength of material. So the partial safety factor for strength of material is the factor by which the characteristic strength of the material is divided to get the design values. So the partial safety factor for strength of the material takes into account first the possible difference between the strength of the material in the actual structure and the strength obtained from the test specimen. Second, the possibility of reduction in the strength of the bar due to insufficient compaction, improper curing, etc. So 3, the possibility of reduction in the strength of the steel bar due to manufacturing defects such as deviation from the nominal diameter and inaccurate position of the steel. So partial safety factor for the value of gamma m, the table says material and this is limit state of collapse and this is limit state of serviceability. So this is deflection, second is cracking. So material is concrete. For concrete limit state of collapse, the value of gamma m partial safety factor, its value is 1.5, and limit state of deflection, its value is 1 and its value is 1.3. And for steel limit state of collapse, the value of gamma m is 1.15 and this value is 1, and limit state of serviceability in cracking, its value is 1. So higher value of gamma m is used for concrete than steel because it is expected that the strength of the concrete may vary from the test results. So because of improper performance of concrete operations such as mixing, transportation, placing, compaction and curing of concrete. So whereas chances of deviation for steel from the expected strength are less as compared to concrete. So the value of gamma m is 1 for concrete and steel in the limit state of serviceability because the values of design strength are same as that of characteristic strength. So next is design values. So design values are obtained when partial safety factors are applied to the characteristic strength of materials and characteristic loads. So first, material. So the design strength of the material is given as Fd is equal to F upon gamma m. Fd is design strength of the material and F is characteristic strength of the material. Characteristic strength and gamma m is partial safety factor for partial safety factor for concrete and steel for different limit state conditions. So then loads so the design load is given by, so Ft is design load, so design load is given as F into gamma F. So F is characteristic load, and gamma F is partial safety factor for various load combinations for different limit states. So design load FD, it is also known as factored load. So this factored load is used to calculate factored shear force and factored bending moment. Thank you.